How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we have a really exciting video. We're going to do a couple of reviews here on some products that we tested for a whole month in December. Okay, we have the reverse Slater, we have the Failsafe Goods SnapJack 2.0 wallet. We're going to do a quick review on those. I have a dog hair on my lip that I can literally feel. And we're also going to go over something really exciting that I've been working on. I don't know if you know what this is, but this is a Sage 3 from SPYDERCO, and it's a discontinued model, and I have a really cool story about it and some updates, so we're going to go over that stuff. I think we'll do the little review at the end because I'm just really excited to share what happened with this knife, so we'll go over this first. But this is the SPYDERCO Sage 3. The Sage is a whole line of knives that SPYDERCO does, and they're all influenced by different knife designers. Sorry, real quick, Kane has his bank, and that's why he's like making a lot of noise and suckling on it because he's a baby. So the Sage series, they're all influenced by different people, and they all have different locks. They all have different locking mechanisms. So the Sage 3 specifically has what's called a bolt action lock. This is by Blackie Collins, and it's kind of like an axis lock type deal, but it's a ball bearing lock. So the Sage 3 has that integrated into it. That's what makes it special. It is sporting some really nice bright blue G10 scales, wire pocket clip, S30V blade steel. And this is a knife that I got many years ago, and I ended up giving it away, and I really regretted it because I didn't understand how important it was and how special it was when I had it. And then of course I gave it away. They discontinued it. You can't find them anywhere. They're extremely expensive, and I really regretted giving that away. Years later, now in the present, I just happened to kind of drop that comment the other day in a video that I made, and sure enough, a viewer reached out to me on Instagram saying, hey, I actually have one of those Sage 3 SPYDERCOs, and I've never really used it. It's stuck open. I can send it to you and donate it to the channel. And I was like, whoa, that's sick. Like, I figure I can probably fix it. And I offered to fix it and sharpen it and send it back. Like, I don't have to keep it. He didn't want it though. Like, I very specifically was like, you really can have it back if I can fix it. I don't have to keep it. He was like, nope, I would love to donate it to the channel. I love what you're doing. Keep it. So he sent it out Thursday. It arrived this morning, and it arrived open because it was stuck open. So it, was wrapped up like this, and the lock just wouldn't budge. Like, it was effing stuck. So I ended up taking the scales off, both sides, and I noticed that there was an immense amount of rust all over this knife. The blade, you can probably still see, is really rusty. And the internals were just completely rusted. So I figured I would just let it sit in a mixture of this KPL knife shield and some KPL lubricant. I chose the lightweight one. I have these little kits here that I got years ago. It has the regular, the heavy, and the ultra light, and I really wanted it to penetrate down into all of the moving parts in the lock. So I literally just took the scales off, and I let the knife sit like this, and I sprayed the knife shield in there because this cleans and degreases, polishes, and prevents rust and corrosion on metal surfaces. I've obviously been, I don't know if you can see where that level is. It's more than halfway gone. I use this a lot, actually, to protect carbon steel blades and such and to clean them. But I sprayed that down in there, drenched it in this ultralight lubricant that I was hoping would just seep down into everything, all the crevices of this knife. Let it sit there for a minute, and sure enough, I went to go move the lock after a minute, and it moved. I was like, holy crap, that was quick. So I took a lot of time really getting down in there, trying to dry it out as much as possible, and then I put like a very light new coating, a clean coating of lubricant in there. And it moves, and it works, and it's actually really nice. It's perfect. So I cleaned it up, lubed everything, lubed all the moving parts, put it back together. It went back together perfectly, so I hope you can see. Perfectly centered, okay? Gorgeous action. Like, nice and snappy and just a beautiful representation of this model. I'm really surprised at how it got here and how it is now. I'm so sorry about him whining. He's really odd. He does this thing where he takes his ball and he suckles on it and he whines and cries at it. I'm figuring that's some type of weird thing from being a puppy. I don't know. He's always done it. Anyway, so it's working perfectly. I put it all together, you know, nice and neat, and then I ended up working on the blade. Now, the guy said he never used it, and it's just been sitting there. I don't know if he got this on the secondary or new, but the thing was totaled. Like, I have no idea what he meant when he said it wasn't used, because it was. Not only was it completely encased in rust, but the edge was just demolished. Like, there was no edge. It was all chipped, rusted. Somebody had really beaten the crap out of this thing or dropped it. I don't know. There was no edge. It was really bad. So I was actually stoked because I got a new sharpening stone kit from Jessie the other day from sharpeningsupplies.com. I got the DMT kit, and it's all of these Dia-Sharp stones. So there are 4 of them. There's an extra coarse, a fine, and an extra fine. And I haven't used these yet. So I was really excited to kind of do some like hardcore work on a blade with these. And I started with the coarse one. I just kind of wanted to reprofile it, and I needed to work out all of those chips. So I did the coarse and then the fine. And then I just left it like that because I didn't feel that I wanted to polish it up or anything yet. I kind of just wanted to try like a working edge. I did strop it on the Michael Richter strop loaded with 1.5 micron diamond spray that he makes. And that's just where I left it. So all the edge damage is pretty much gone. There may be like one tiny hang up. I'll see when we cut paper, but I'm hoping that the camera's picking up. I kind of reestablished that edge bevel. Obviously this is all freehand. I brought it, I wouldn't say I brought it back, but I think I kept it just about at factory, but I will say it's actually a really nice factory bevel width. I really like it. Come on, focus. You can really see that rust. See all that right there? I haven't gotten that out yet. I'll figure that out later on, but nice new edge all the way down. I'm going to add a sharpening choil in there because getting up in this ricasso area was a little difficult, but nice clean bevels. So let's see what she does now. Okay. Am I in frame? Oh, hold on. There we go. There we go. I always try to look in the camera and then I mess up cutting. Okay, so nice clean edge. And she's ready to roll. So I'm really excited about that. I didn't think I would ever see this knife again. And it's really crazy how you can just kind of gently mention something online and people are kind enough to be like, oh, I have one of those that I'm never going to use. Like, I'll send it to you. So I'm really excited about this. Everyone that sees this thinks that it's a like mini Mannix or something because it looks just like the Mannix, but smaller. Nope, it's just a Sage 3. Just one of the iterations of the Sage that they did. So I'm really excited to use this and carry it. And yeah, very exciting kind of restoration on this knife that I just did not expect. And I thought it was really cool. Let's do a little bit of a review here, or a double review, shall we? Because we tested a lot of stuff last month. I mean, technically we're still in the month, but you know what I'm saying. We tested a couple of things. We already did the custom 940 review, so we'll finish off the year with the review of these 2 items that we also carried. So this is the Failsafe Goods SnapJack 2.0 wallet. This is the second version of a wallet that Ryan already made, and it's just a big It's a big girl. She thick. I would figure, yep, about as thick as your mom. Just a beautiful piece of leather work. And, you know, I kind of said this throughout the whole month, but this is not a lightweight, minimalist wallet. This isn't for an amateur. This is for a leather lover, somebody looking for the leather experience, patina, just watching a piece break in. This is a large wallet. It's almost the size of my head, and I have a peanut head. I'm a very small person, but this is the Failsafe Goods Sidewinder next to it, and you can kind of just see how it's a little taller, definitely thicker. Okay, so this is really a minimalist wallet here, and this is the one that I ran for like over a year, 2 years, something like that straight. So this is really just something that is giving you way more. It's offering more features, and it's obviously for that reason going to be thicker and heavier and bigger. So we did not have this leash for the first half of the month. This is something that came in the second half, and I attached it, and I wanted to just kind of see how I liked it. This is very cool. If I carried my wallet in my back pocket, this leash would have been more beneficial for me. However, I carry in the front pocket. I don't like sitting on things. I don't think it's good for your back. So having this attached to my belt loop and running down into my front pocket, it just looked a little silly and not very aesthetically pleasing. However, it looks really good if you run your wallet in your back pocket. And if you're someone who can put your wallet in your back pocket and you're up and walking around most of the day and you're not sitting on it, then this is perfect for you if you can just take it off and like put it in your jacket or something when you sit down. It looks really nice when you ride this in your back pocket. And this is something that he's going to be making and offering on the website. You can buy this all together for a discount, or you can buy the leash like separately. But no cons about the leash other than some like fraying on this leather cord part, and I'm hoping you can see that. It's just a little rough around the edges now. It hasn't broken or anything, and I did wax this a little bit and just try to kind of preserve that thin leather cord, but it is fraying a little bit after running it for 2 weeks straight. I'm going to take it off here so I can open up the wallet and really talk about the wallet itself. But A+ on the leash. I actually really like the leash, and I wish that I had the ability to run this, you know, through my back pocket more often, because I think it looks really cool. So the wallet itself has some pretty neat characteristics. We have natural, I believe this is veg tan leather, and it's really thick. We do have a lanyard hole on the back, and it's a button closure, which I also think is very cool. When you open it up, it's a really neat configuration because you have the ability to run your cash, your bills, the whole way through. So those go in here, and you can lay them out instead of folding them up. Like when you run a minimalist wallet, you have to fold your bills in half, okay? So in this wallet, they're folded in half and put in the middle. You can't necessarily see what you have in there. But with this, the SnapJack 2.0 allows you to lay your bills out completely, and that way you can actually see them like a normal wallet and file through them. And then you have this card area here. You have these 3 slots. They hold cards really nicely. You can put like 2 cards comfortably, 3 cards if you want to stretch the leather in each one. And then it, you know, closes up really nicely, and just, it really compressed after carrying it for a whole month. It just looks really good. It's really a pleasure to run a leather piece like this that has all of these neat features and just watch everything patina and break in. It's really cool. I have no cons about this wallet other than the fact that it's just, you know, it's overkill, right? It's a little big, it's a little thick, it's overkill, but it's made to be. This is for someone who just loves overbuilt things and enjoys watching different materials transform and build character over time. That's what this is for. This is for the leather lover. This is not for someone looking for a minimalist wallet. You would want to go with something like the Sidewinder or the Smash and Grab, I think it's called. This is really thin. You can throw this in your front pocket, back pocket, doesn't matter. This, not the same deal, okay? This is giving you all the bells and whistles, but I have no cons about it. Is it for everyone? No. It's for me. I love it. It's a very beautiful piece. So that's from Failsafe Goods. I will put that information down in the description below. I have no cons about it. It's a beautiful wallet. I'm really excited for the drop because I know a couple people that are interested in it, and they should be dropping in the new year, I believe. So keep your eyes peeled for the SnapJack 2.0. It's just an awesome experience. And then lastly, to close out the video, we have another Sodbuster recover from Josh Francis at Knife Guy Mods. This is the reverse Slater. This is a knife that we ran for the whole month. It's in CV steel. And this is a micarta lined Sodbuster with orange G10 covers. And it's just, you know, running straight on the micarta. It's really neat. This is the first time that we were experimenting with running the blade directly on the micarta. We've run it on washers and G10 and other materials, but this is the first time that we've ever just tried to run it straight on micarta, and I didn't know how well that would work, but after a month of opening and closing this thing constantly, it's golden. I really like it. So this allows the knife to be extremely lightweight, very thin and pocketable, and I think cosmetically speaking, it looks really nice. So another one of the cool things about running it right on the micarta is that it seems that the fit and finish and the tolerances are pretty freaking good. You can sometimes have some gapping when you are working with the brass liners from Case. They can be a little bit warped. Granted, the back spring can be warped as well, and you might have some minor gapping, but I've noticed with running G10 liners or micarta, the gapping is way less significant. So you can see there's no gapping on this. There just isn't. It's beautifully done, very tight. The action is still just as snappy as it was the first day I got it. Really, really snappy. Just moves into that half stop with authority and closes really nicely. We have perfect centering on that one as well. And the CV steel has done incredible. I love when you get a good blade of CV steel from Case. They're not really doing it anymore, but if you can find them on like eBay or something, they're incredible. This knife, I laid the edge way back from the get-go. Hopefully you can see how thick that bevel is. It has a patina, obviously, because I've been running it for a month, but see how thick that bevel is? I laid it way, way back, right from the beginning. Now, yeah, you can really see it, how thick it is there. And as you can tell, because there's patina all over it, I did not have to sharpen or strop this once, and I used it every day. This steel is incredible. Their carbon steel is equally as good if you get a good one. And the reason I'm saying if you get a good one is because sometimes you get a blade that is just burnt to shit or faulty. And that happened the other day. I had a knife come in from Josh. It was a knife that we were supposed to run for a giveaway, and I went to go put a fresh edge on it for you guys, and the blade, I'm not kidding, crumbled to pieces. Like, I was working on the edge and I sent Josh a photo. The edge was literally, it felt like foil almost. It like the burr would come up and the whole edge would just like crumble into pieces, and you could like pick flakes of the edge off. It was very strange. It was obviously faulty. And that happens sometimes. I've had blades from Case where they were clearly just really burnt or maybe not even hardened correctly or not heat treated correctly, and they just crumbled to nothing. So that can happen, but this particular blade was really well done. It was cooked correctly, so it has held its edge the entire month. I haven't even needed to strop it. That's really impressive. These knives are incredible if you get a good one. The video with Nicole and Nikki the other day, Nicole has the blue Jane that I tested, and I gave it to her, and she's in a blue collar field using that knife all day, every day, and like we have to strop it maybe once every other week. Like the carbon steel on that one is gold. It's just absolutely incredible what the edge retention can do. So if you get a good one, they can be great. This knife is just gorgeous. Again, you know, no cons about this at all. Beautifully done. It held up incredibly well. It's a very cool design. The reverse Slater, okay? So that's what this is called if you want one. I love orange knives, so having an orange Sodbuster Jr. with a little bit of micarta integrated into it, really cool to me. We're going to test the Ultimate Slater for January. Come on, I'm trying to get it out of my pocket here. So the next version of the Slater, the Ultimate Slater, I've shown you guys this a couple times. This one has Ultim liners, and this one is running on phosphor bronze washers, oversized ones. They're from a paramilitary 2, I believe. So this is the next version of the Slater that we're testing. This one is in carbon steel. Really nice. This is a very thick model. Beautiful Ultim liners. You can kind of see all of the internals through it, which is really cool. You can see all the pins and everything. I think it's neat. If you hold it at a certain angle, you can even see the washers embedded in there, which is awesome. But this is the one that we're going to run for this month. And it has cross-cut micarta, but it's cross-cut that way instead this time. So that's what we are going to test now that the reverse Slater is done. But that's just, you know, those are some things that we tested. That's a review. Really excited to run this at some point and see how this does. I think this is really cool. I wish that, you know, Spyderco would bring it back. Or do a mini Mannix. This is so close to what a mini Mannix would be. Just make it. The Mannix is huge. And it feels just like kind of chintzy almost. The FRN ones, because it's just so big and plasticky. You should see what he... Can you see him? Right there. Look at him. He has an orange ball in his mouth and he's crying at it. Why you like that? He's so freaking cute. Anyway, that's the review. That's the update. Just kind of a chill video for today. I think I already showed you guys what we're testing in January, which we've kind of already started now because I was so excited about it. The gecko here, this is a very cool little knife. Look at that thing. Oh, Jeff Davidson Gecko in 80 CRV2 steel. This thing is a beast. That's all I have for you guys today, though. I will see you on the next video. I love you guys so much. Go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. And I will see you on the next video. I love you all so much, fam. Take care.